Brian Antonio here with John DiMuro talking Buffalo Bills. All right, John, there's a lot of topics swirling around Bills camp, but one of the biggest ones is the quarterback competition. Who do you got starting for the Bills week 1?
Well, right now, I definitely think Taylor has the edge. He's shown the most promise in practice. Definitely has a good running game and has improved with his arm. So I think they're going to go with him. If he doesn't do well, I think they're going to go with Castle. But they're going to start off with Taylor for sure, I think.
I agree. I've been watching Taylor at camp. I think he's the only one that's really being confident with the long ball, and he's actually making some pretty good throws, and he's been playing well during the preseason games too. So I definitely think it'll be Tyrod Taylor starting game 1. All right, we're going to go into the schedule for the Bills. They got a pretty tough one this year, starting with the Colts at home. Who do you got in that one, John?
The Colts are one of the best teams in the AFC, so I got that one as an early loss for the Bills, 24-16. Most people are going to predict that one's a loss. So what do you think, Brian?
I definitely agree with that one. I'd say it's a loss. I mean, the Bills have a great defense, so they're gonna definitely give Andrew Luck a run for his money, but I don't think they're gonna be strong enough on offense to score as many points as the Colts do.
All right, the game everybody's talking about is the Patriots game at home. The big suspension for Tom Brady is not final yet, but it's only the second game in, so he's probably gonna be suspended for that game. That's why I have the Bills winning a close one, 17-14. What do you think?
Yeah, I got the Patriots in that, or the Bills, in that one, just because I know that how bad they want to beat the Patriots every year. They'll be at home. They'll be definitely a raucous crowd at home. I got them winning 24-17 without Tom Brady.
All right, first road game for the Bills is Week 3 against the Dolphins, another division opponent. Have them going 1-1 against the Dolphins, so I have to pick one of them as being the loss. So I'm going to go with the one in Miami for the loss for the Bills, 20-10.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I think it's going to be a close game for sure. It always is against the Dolphins, but they're going to lose that one to Miami in Miami because I think that they'll definitely be splitting the one in the season, so they'll end up losing in Miami.
All right. Week 4, first NFC opponent for the Bills. They're facing the East this year. Giants, they haven't really been that good the past couple of years, so I'm going to say that was a win in Buffalo for the Bills, 17-10.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to beat the Giants at home just because coming off that loss against the Dolphins, they'll be determined to get a win and get out of that losing streak. Giants are pretty strong on offense with Victor Cruz coming back this year, but I think the Bills will have enough to hold them down and score enough points to beat them, 21-14.
All right, Week 5 is another road game for the Bills. They're at Tennessee, who has rookie Mariota starting, but I think the Bills are going to pull that one out, 20-14.
Yeah, I got the Bills beating the Titans as well. Even though it's a road game, I think the Bills play defense travels, and they definitely will for this game, especially against the Titans with a rookie quarterback and Mariota. I got them winning 27-13 in that one.
All right. Week 6, the Bills are back in Buffalo. They definitely could. I definitely could see them beating the Bengals, but I mean, they're obviously not going to win every game you think they're going to win. So I'm going to go the Bengals win that one, 21-20.
Yeah, I got the Bills losing that one as well. The Bengals have a relatively strong offense, but Bills with their strong blitz might give Andy Dalton some troubles. But I think they'll do enough to beat the Bills, 20-14 in that one.
All right, Week 7 is the London game. Let's face it, the Jaguars aren't that good, so I'm going to go with the Bills winning 24-10 that game.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I got the Bills having their best scoring output of the season thus far against the Jaguars, beating them 30-9, and suffocating the Jaguars' offense that game.
All right, Week 8 is right in the middle of the season. That's the bye week for the Bills. But then Week 9, another game against the Dolphins. So, like I said, they're going to go 1-1 against the Dolphins, and they already lost the first game. So I'm going to go them winning in Buffalo against the Dolphins, 21-14.
Yeah, I got them coming home after the bye week, well prepared for the Dolphins, and coming off a loss to them earlier in the season. I think they're definitely going to give the Dolphins a very good game and beat them 24-14.
All right, now Week 10. Here's where things get tough. They got 5 out of 6 next games on the road, and then the first game is the NFL Network Thursday night game in New York against the Jets, or New Jersey, I guess. But I think they're going to win against the Jets, 17-13.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see them losing to the Jets this year, even though they are improved. Geno Smith's down right now. Their offense I don't think it's going to click very well, especially against the Bills. I know the Jets are going to want to beat Rex Ryan. That'll be a very, very highly anticipated game, but I think the Bills pull that one out, 24-10.
All right, Week 11. Unfortunately, this is the only non-Thursday primetime game for the Bills. It happens to be in New England, so I think that's going to be the only really bad game for the Bills this season, I think. Tom Brady's going to be back by then unless he's hurt, so 31-14 Patriots that game.
Yeah, I think the Patriots are going to avenge the early loss that I think they're going to suffer to the Bills in Week 2. I think they'll come out really strong, and the Bills aren't really going to be ready after coming off the road against the Jets as well. I think they're going to be pretty bad, 34-13.
All right. Week 12 is only a 6-day week because they played on Monday against the Patriots. So Chiefs are another good team in the AFC. They'll probably be battling them for a playoff spot. It's in Kansas City, so I'm going to go Chiefs winning that one 24-17.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning that one too. Arrowhead Stadium is one of the hardest stadiums to play in the entire league, second to maybe only Seattle. So I know the fans are going to be ready for that one. Chiefs are going to be ready for that one. I think they got this one 24-17.
All right, December week 13 starts finally back in Buffalo. Texans are a pretty good team. That's going to be a defensive battle, but I think the Bills are going to pull that one out close, 13-10.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the Bills are going to beat the Texans. Last year, the Bills gave the Texans a very good game. The only reason I think they lost is because they had Jeff Tuel at quarterback and they couldn't really get downfield. This year, I think they'll be a little bit more ready for them, and I think the defense will give the offense of the Texans a lot of trouble. So I think I got the Texans losing that game 21-13.
All right, back on the road for 2 straight weeks for the Bills. For those of you who think that me and Brian are just agreeing every single game, this is the one game we don't agree on. I think they're going to beat the Eagles 27-24 in an offensive battle.
Yeah, and I finally disagree with that. I think the Eagles are just way too strong on offense. Even though the Bills have a great defense, I think the Eagles get ahead a little bit early with their great special teams and defense as well. And the Bills are going to be trying to play catch-up the whole game, and it's going to cause them to make some mistakes. So they're going to fall behind early and never get it back. I think they're going to lose that one 27-14.
All right, week 15, they're in Washington. Redskins aren't really that good, I don't think, and RG3 is always hurt, so I'm going to go Bills win that one 24-10.
Yeah, I agree. I think by that time, who even knows if RG3 will be the starting quarterback for the Redskins with how bad they've been so far, especially with their offensive line. That one, I got the Bills suffocating them. I don't even think the Redskins are going to get in the end zone with that one. I got the Bills winning 24-9.
All right, only 2 weeks left. The Bills, after finally getting away from the road 5 out of 6 games, they got the last 2 games at home. I could definitely see them beating the Cowboys, especially in Buffalo, but I'm going to say the Cowboys are going to win that one 27-13.
Yeah, I got the Dallas Cowboys winning that one as well. Even though they lost to Marco Murray, they still got most of their core, and they still got their very strong offensive line. And, it'll be a good December football game with a strong defense with a strong offense with the Cowboys and a strong running game. I think that one's going to be interesting, but I think the Cowboys will take it 24-16.
All right, last game of the season. This one's in 2016, January. But at that point, I'm going to guess the Jets are going to be way out of the playoffs, looking at the potentially number 1 overall pick. Who knows? And the Bills are going to still be fighting for the last wild card, so that's going to be a Bills win 21-10.
Yeah, I got the Bills beating the Jets pretty convincingly that game. I think by that time, like you said, I agree that the Jets probably will be on the outside looking in for the playoffs. They won't really have a lot of hope. They might be, giving some backups some tries by then. I think the Bills are going to take that one 27-10 in a relatively blowout fashion.
All right, so all these games obviously are, affected by if the teams are hurt, or not. So this is all basically except for the Tom Brady suspension, teams that are fully healthy. So hopefully it stays that way, and predictions will be pretty close to what we think.
All right, so I got the Bills going 9-7, and John here's got the Bills going 10-6. All right, John. Well, with your 10-6 record, you got to think the Bills are going to make the playoffs, then, right?
Even though last year the 10-6 might not even have been enough because the AFC was pretty good last year. That they haven't added a third wild card team yet, so that really hurts the Bills this year. But maybe the next year or two, that will definitely help the Bills. But I have them squeezing in this year as a 6th seed, second wild card, going behind the Steelers. Then 4 division winners: Patriots, Colts, Broncos, Ravens.
And how far do you think the Bills will go in the playoffs once they get there?
Well, it's kind of tough to say that they're going to actually win a playoff game, especially since they haven't been there since 1999, 2000. So I think they'll probably face the Broncos according to my standings here, and they'll probably lose in Denver.
All right, yeah, I like that prediction. I got the Bills just missing this year, having one of their best seasons in a while, with a lot of hope out of the fans, but I don't think they're going to make it. I think the AFC is just too strong this year with the AFC North and the AFC West being so strong. So I think they make a good run for it, but by the end, I think they're going to be on the outside looking in as well.
All right, so I have them going 5-3 at home and 5-3 on the road. So it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out this year, and then we'll come back in January and see where things ended up.
Yeah, Bills Camp's been a lot of fun to cover, and we're looking forward to the season.